Hello guys, so today we're going to talk about joins, which is the most important thing in SQL. And I'm going to try my best to help you guys understand the concepts of what joins are, different type of joins, and how they work. So let's get right to joins, and let's just really quickly go over the definition of joins, or so SQL joins. What is SQL join? Of course, join mean joining something, right? So there's different type of joins, and we'll just look at the definition of join. Just want to make sure the video stays on time. Okay, so okay, so as you can see, the first thing it says here, a join clause is used to combine rows from two or more tables based on a related column between them. Um, let's look at a selection from the orders table. So that's the orders table, and then look at the selection from the customers tables. So basically joins are, you join two tables together, okay? And then there's left join. Actually, there's first inner join, then there's left join, right join, full join, and self join. So we'll go one by one on different joins. So um, here's a diagram that you can look at, where it says the inner join. These definitions will really help you to, if somebody asks you like what joins are, right? So then you'll tell them inner join. Basically, inner join returns the records that have matching value in both tables. Yeah. So remember this, memorize this definition, because in an interview they can ask you like what is an inner join, right? It returns records that have matching value in both tables. So inner join looks for a common value in both common records. Uh, in uh, tries to look for a common rows in the same table, compares it with the other table. So whatever. So basically, if you can look at the inner join, table one and table two, so it has this green in the middle. So it's basically gonna, whatever when there's a match, it will just uh, return that result. And left join is returns all the records from the left table and then match records from the right table. And same thing for right table, returns all the record from the right table and then match the records from the left table. So it's basically comparing, if there's a left table, what values are matching with the right table. And then same thing, if there's a right table, then it's going to compare with the left table. If there's a match, then it will bring that value. For full outer join, so returns all the records when there's a match in either left or right table. Okay, so let's do an example of inner join. So inner join, let's do an example. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see, it says select product ID, product name, category name from products, inner join, categories on products.category ID equals categories.category ID. So the first thing that you can look at if you want to join tables, you have to look at the syntax. Okay, and there we go. That's the syntax. So the good thing about W3 schools and or you can Google the syntax of joins or syntax of any SQL query. So that's what really comes in handy. So I mean, if you can look at the syntax, select column names. So select column name, whatever columns you want to show in your final result, the final result. Okay, and from table one, inner join table two. Basically, table one is like the name of the table, and inner join table two on, and then table one dot column one equals table two dot column name. So when it says table one dot column name, and then it says equals, so table one dot column name equals table two dot column name. So basically, table one dot column name means the common column, right? So if you look at the example right here, it's gonna show you. We run it, and then category ID is the name that's in both of these tables. The column that is in both of the tables. So for example, the tables we have here, it's products table, select product ID, product name, and from products, inner join categories on. So there's products table and the categories table. So let's close this. So as we can look at first, let's look at the both tables. So this is our products table. Okay, so as we can see that this is our products table, and then so this is the product table. So what column it has is category ID. And if you look at the categories table, it has category ID. So I hope that's helping that in order for anything to be returned, there has to be a common column, because in the syntax, as you can see, it says table1.column name, table2.column name. So I will do an example real quick of inner join. So select column names. So if we want to do, let's just pick, again, we can just use the categories table, right? So that's the categories table, the category ID, category name, and description. So we select category name, and then I'll open the products table. So here we can have the products table, and then I want to open the categories table. Okay, so these are both tables. The categories table, and it has these three columns, and then it has, in the products table, it has these columns. So just kind of depends, like what do you want to join, like what do you want in your if I'm doing an inner join, what do I want in my final table, like the table that it will give me? What do I want, right, in my results? So let's just say um, I'm looking at these. Okay, so I want, let's just say I do want product name. Just watch very carefully, product name. And I do want the price, the name, and of course I want to know, like, okay, the name of the product, and then I want to know, like, Uncle Bob's organic dried pears, how much do they cost? So I want to know the product name and the price, how much and then sure, I do want description in my okay. So we go back to the syntax, like select the column names from table one. So table one is product. It doesn't matter what table you first select first. Table one, table two can be anything. So I'm selecting whatever table you want to select first. So I'll select this one. Sorry, I'm typing the wrong name. Products. Inner join. Okay, so from table one inner join, so I need to put the other table name, categories, and then because the syntax is select the columns and then from table one inner join table two, and then you type on, then the table's name, then whatever the matching one is. So I can just put products dot category ID equals categories dot category ID. So once I get the result, I will walk through everything again. So again, yeah, I gotta make sure, like, I bet there's a bunch of spelling mistakes. Okay, so okay, it also gives you like incorrect syntax in your description. So I gotta see what I'm missing. Okay, so I do miss the commas. I do need to put the commas. Let's see if that makes any. Okay, so I spelled products wrong. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Okay, spell categories. Sorry about that. Now what? So cat CATEGR category ID cat. Okay, spell should work now. So you can always like read the error. It says invalid object name categories because categories is spelled incorrectly. So I can run it again. Let's see. Okay, so now it worked. So that's, guys, what inner join is, and that's the syntax. What I wanted in my column. There's two tables, right? There's this products table. Um, let's go back. I'll show you guys. That's how I want to explain, and I hope that helps because it took me a while to understand it. So this is my products table. Okay, so this entire thing is a product table. That's one table, and then table. Let's see, and then this is the second table. Two tables. There's two tables. Category ID, category. So right. So you look at these two tables, and then you want to know, like, you know, you want to see what if there's a match, and then there's a common column is category ID, and that's how you do an inner join. If there's nothing, there's not a match, it will just give you null value. So nothing to be afraid of, right? So look at the definition, and this is what I got: the product name, price, and description. So look, product name and product, the price is in the products table, but the description is not in the products table. So I had to gather that and retrieve that from the other table. So that's what inner join is. I hope that helped. Um, so that's inner join is. Okay, let's move on to the left join. Pretty simple. So because what I'll do is I'll kind of do the whole, write this query from the scratch. So just, I guess, kind of depends on me what I want to use. I guess I can just use the same table, categories, and then have another table, products. Let's just use those both tables for the left join example too, just so we don't complicate stuff. um, Categories. Then I got my products table here. So as you can see, you guys are familiar with the categories and products table, right? So that's the categories table. That's the product table. Let's bring this one here. Okay, so products table is here on our left, and then that's on the right. So we got products, we got categories. So now I want to do from scratch. I want to do left join. So let's look at the definition again. What is a left join? Left join keyword returns all records from the left table, table 1, and then the matching records from the right table, table 2. The result is 0 records from the right side if there's no match. Okay, let's do it quickly. So I'll start writing my query in the products table. So this is the product table. So what should I select? Okay, I guess let's select product name again. That's what I want in my column. I want to know the unit this time, and then I do want to know the price again. And let's look at the syntax. Collect column names from table 1, left join table 2. So pretty much it's the same thing, but instead of left join, you just change the name. Instead of I mean, if it's a right join, you'll type right join, and then if it's an inner join, you'll do inner join. Outer join, then you do put outer join. Product name, unit, price, and then if I look at the category table, I need to know, let's just say category name. Okay, I need to know, like if I'm searching like the product name, how many units, what the price of the product is, and but I also want to know like the chais, chang, any seed, syrup, chef Anton's Cajun seasoning, what category does that like fall under, right? So then I'll just look, I'm looking at both of the tables, and then I'm not going to see if there's a match. Then I'll just type category name. Then I'll do from so left join, then I'll just do from products table. Left join categories. Okay, and I did that, and then I need to do products. So I have category ID is the main column, so then you need to add that, and then categories again dot category ID. I'm gonna make sure I spell everything because that's waste so much time. And then yeah, I've spelled it wrong many times. Categories. Let's see what we get. Okay, great. Another error. So let's see what we got. Let's see, just quick double check. So I got I just gotta check what I'm doing. Okay, so I spelled products incorrectly again. Okay, so I did miss something. Syntax, what I did was you just got to be very careful with your syntax. But of course, it will give you an error and it'll tell you what I missed. So I missed the on. So I make sure that I gotta put the on there. Okay, so okay, let's see. Okay, so finally we got the left join. So what I like I said that the query is pretty simple. Syntax just got to be very careful with the spelling and make sure errors do happen. You can always correct them and you get the query. Not a big deal, but you got to understand the concepts, right? Because if somebody asks you, you got to be able to explain it to them. So left join again. We have our two tables, products and categories. Left table is products, and the right table is the category table. Okay, so what we did is I selected the name, product name, unit, price, category, name. That's what I wanted from my products table. Then I did left join. I joined uh, table two, which was categories tables, and then again on. Then products dot category ID okay, equals to categories dot category ID. So this thing is basically like category ID and then category ID is coming here twice, meaning that those are like the two similar columns, like common columns that you need to have in your tables so to be able to retrieve the values. Otherwise you won't be able to retrieve the values. It'll give you null values. So as you can see, there's let's see if there is any null value. Okay, I don't see any. Okay, so that's what left join is. Now let's just quickly do right join. um, I think I'll do everything from scratch. uh, Okay, that was our left right join. Right join is simple. I know it feels like it's complicated, but it's really not. As you practice and really go over it, or again and again and again, you go over it. So as you can see, right join keyword returns all records from the right table, table two, and then matching records from the left table, table one. The result is 0 from the left side if there's no match. So as you can see, that's the diagram. This is our left table, this is our right table, and then whatever is common, whatever matches, it will show up here in the middle. It's trying to, it's going to return all the records from the right table, and then whatever, if there's any matching table. That's, look at the definition, focus on the definitions that I told you guys in the beginning. Look at that, rewind the video, and you can see, like in the beginning, if you go click on joins, then it will give you the definition of it. That's really important to understand the concepts. It took me a while to understand it because I was always getting confused looking at other people's videos, and it wasn't making any sense, and I was always so confused. But I looked at these definitions, and that really made me help me understand the concepts. So again, these are the tables. I mean, we can use a different tables. Yeah, let's just use orders table and then employees table. Or how about actually let's keep using the same tables, because I think it will help us really like compare. Um, okay, so let's just go back to again the um, let's just do this time first categories. Let's do categories first, and then we open the products table. Let's make categories our right table, and then make products our left table. Again, doesn't matter. So that's our categories tables. And what do I need? So let's just say I need um, category name, the description, and from the product table, I would say I need product name, I mean, I think I would rather have product name show up first, and description. And then, so I got product name, name of the product, the category name, description. Um, what else I should just, I guess I can use add unit and price. Let's do that too. Um, and I know there's always going to be a match. Uh, from categories, right join uh, products. So now we can do categories dot category ID equals okay. So as you can see that now we just did the right join, and then uh, the product name, category name, description, and units and prices, everything showed up here, and that's what right join is basically. There's no null values. I just considered the categories my right table, and then products table the left table. Okay, so selected the product name, category name, description. So of course you have both tables in front of you, and then you can see whatever you want in the and then you can just do right join. That's what is basically I consider. Um, so right table, my right table is the products table. Let's open it. Sorry, categories, right? So let's just say that's my right table, right? The category ID, I have category IDs, category name, and description, right? So what I want to know, I just have the category name in the categories table and the description of it. So it says, beverages, but I don't know. I want to know the product name, right? So somebody asked me like, hey, can you tell us like, if you want to know like the product name, their units, their price, and also the category names and their description of what they are. So if I need to do all of this, I need to join them, right, to bring the information together. I will do a right join or left join, right? So that's what that basically is. Uh, I did this query right here from scratch, and that's the data I get. Okay, so now let's just do full join, and full join again. We'll just bring whatever uh, is common in the table. So let's see. Um, I think let's just okay. Let's close everything. And full join. What is full join? Full outer join keyword returns all records when there's a match in a when there's a match in left table one or right table records. Full outer join and full join are the same. Um, so it's just gonna compare both tables, and whatever is common, it'll just show you guys what's in the table. So I guess let's just look at an example real quick. Okay, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, same syntax and everything, but they didn't give an example here, so we have to create our own. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so I mean, if I just do full join, let's just see if that even works. Full outer join. Okay, so that's good to know that it's full outer join. Spaced out full outer join. So as you can see, there's a null value. Order ID, there's nothing there. So you can practice select orders or the order ID. Again, as we saw in the aliases, I also made a video about that. If you do orders dot order ID, then you can modify the column name um, instead of typing the whole column name like employee's name. I bet that would be the name of the column. So employees dot last name, employees is giving us order ID. That's the column that we selected, so that's what we want, orders. So it gave us the order ID, employees dot last name, and then employees dot first name. So it's employees here is the table name. So it's the orders table and then employees table. So orders dot order ID, that's what we get, and then employees dot last name and then first name. From the orders table, full outer join employees. It doesn't matter. You can switch the names of the tables. Doesn't matter. From orders, full outer join employees on orders dot order employee ID. So the employee ID is the common column in there in those tables. Orders dot order by dot order dot ID. Okay, so order by is the ascending and descending. So basically 10248 and 10249. So then we have like from it's ascending order. So it starts from the very lowest number. Descending. So it's from the very lowest number, then it's going higher number. So that's what full outer join is. I think we could, if you want, we can write the query from scratch. I think again I want to just use my old same both tables. You guys can come here and practice. So again, I will select the categories table, then to the products table here. What do I want? Again, depending on, you have to look at the syntax. So full join syntax is you select the column names from table 1, full outer join table 2 on table 1 dot column name equals table 2 dot column where condition. So let's try it. So I'll add the column supplier ID in there too. Unit price. Okay. From table products, sure. Okay, products, full outer join, categories on, again, so products dot category ID equals categories dot category ID. Let's see. Okay,